sometimes all you can do is communicate or do your part and be obedient to the Lord, and then put it in his hands. So that's been a cool lesson this summer for sure.
Welcome back to the Abiding Brothers Podcast, a place for real, authentic, and faithful conversations centered around Scripture. I'm sorry if you are listening to this. I got really close to that mic, so that's probably gonna be loud at the beginning. But welcome back, Brosquitos. Yeah, episode 8. Almost the end of summer.
It's coming to a close. Summer's almost over. Hot bro summer. It's coming to an end. That's what they're calling it. That's what people are saying.
Yeah, everywhere. I mean,
people are tired of hot girl summer. We need a hot bro summer. That's what we just did.
Hot bro summer.
Mm-hmm. We were hot because we were on fire for the Lord, going through the Sermon on the Mount. Come on.
Abiding in him.
In the true vine. Absolutely. But no, for real, summer is coming to an end. This is our, filming wise, this is our last episode of the summer. And crazy to think that by the time this comes out, we will be in classes.
We will be reunited.
Yes, we will. We were reunited.
We were.
Briefly. But no, then we'll be reunited for a season.
For a season.
Nathan, that's a very Christianese word. I feel like we just use season a lot.
Season.
But more on that to come.
Ecclesiastes, says a lot about seasons.
Oh, it does. Good book. Good book. If you want to contemplate life and death and how everything is meaningless, it's perfect for you.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it is really good.
Wow, that took a turn.
I mean, but no, that is a good book. If you haven't read it yet, read it. If you haven't read any of the Bible yet,
read it.
Start in the I was gonna say start with one of the Gospels, but then eventually get to Ecclesiastes.
Yes.
Imagine that your first book of the Bible is just Ecclesiastes.
I mean, it could be worse. You could read through like Lamentations.
Song of Solomon.
Yours is worse.
Or Lamentations.
I mean, if you read through Song of Solomon, that might draw some people back.
Oh gosh.
They're like,
it's
this
true,
is what this is about. Yeah.
That's a valid point. Yeah, I actually, not this summer, last summer, I heard 2 people, like in 2 separate environments, conversations, say that the first book of the Bible that they ever read was Job.
No, that's a tough one to read.
Yeah.
A lot of contemplating life, God.
That is tough, and I'm curious, like, how did you get there? Like, did you flip open your Bible and just happen to, did you hear
do
about
one of those quick prayers and say, God, direct me? Bam, Job.
Yeah. Or did you were you going through like a really difficult time in life and you were just like, man, I just need, you know what? Job's like me a little bit. I resonate with Job.
Or you look up what's good chapter or good book of the Bible to read when you're contemplating.
Never mind. Best book to read after getting fired from your job. But yeah, no. So for today's episode, we're taking a quick break from the Sermon on the Mount. We're just gonna have a little bit more of a fun conversational episode today. We were really ripping through the Sermon on the Mount, but I think just to keep things fresh, keep things moving, keep things innovative. Just taking a little break. We'll circle back around to it. Don't worry. I think we mentioned this last episode. We're still brainstorming and coming up with new ways to keep the podcast fresh, keep the content enjoyable for you all as the listeners, and also for us, something that we enjoy to create and put out for you all. So yeah. But without further ado, Nathan, all this talk about the summer, hot bro summer, coming to an end.
Hot bro summer,
2026. With it coming to an end, what's a summer highlight? Like, what's one way God has been moving in your life this summer?
Well, I think there's 2. I know the question was one.
That
but
was
I
not
think
the
there's
question. Was
two.
one.
Okay.
If you say
I
a
mean-
second one, I will cut you off and tell you no.
Oh wow.
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, then I just no.
Go for it.
I think one was the youth group took a trip to Raystown this summer. And there's a lot of funny moments there, but also really, really good conversations. And I feel like further made me realize I'm, I think at least where I'm supposed to be. And then this one's actually fairly recently, and I'm gonna tell the story. And if he listens to this, he'll know who he is. But last week I was really struggling. So I had a student ministries retreat, which is like the club on campus, but I was really struggling with like over the last 6 months, I've really been struggling to kind of like stay consistent in the word, pray. Like I've been having a lot of doubts about a lot of things, and like I even admitted this, which is a hard thing to admit. I feel like this is the closest I've came to walking away from my faith. Just a lot of stuff at home, a lot of stuff here and there that just was really pushing me, and I almost allowed myself to be overcome by that. But especially last week, I was at this retreat, and I was really struggling to kind of find joy in the Lord. We had worship like the first night we were there, and I just kind of I wasn't into it. I actually, and if any of you on student ministries listen to this, please don't judge. I was struggling, but I went over on the floor, and I kind of acted like I was just kind of contemplating things, and I actually fell asleep.
You were deep in prayer.
Yes.
That's what it was.
And then even Thursday morning, I just couldn't find, I was what is my purpose? Am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? I mean, I was really struggling. And then but throughout this whole time, I never said it out loud, but I was just thinking it, and I was kind of praying about it, even through the doubts. And because I've been doubting my leadership a lot, and if ministries where I'm really if ministry in general, and if can I do any of this. And I remember that night and that morning, I just kept praying in my head. I was like, Lord, if I am in the right place, if I am doing the right thing, if this is where I need to be, I just need some sign that I am doing this. I just need something that can just show me and be clear to me that I'm where you need me right now. And I struggle to sometimes see signs, even if they're right in front of my face. But Thursday morning during worship, I'm sitting there, I'm still just kind of looking down, not really into worship, and all of a sudden my watch and my phone start to vibrate, and I look down, and it's a student calling me, and I'm like, why is this person calling me? I was like, what is going on? And it's 10 in the morning. Usually I'd be at work if I wasn't. What is going on? And I step outside to answer the call, because I do almost anything for this student. So if I needed to drop what I was doing because they needed something, I would have found a way to get there. And this student called me just to tell me something funny that happened to them that morning. That was kind of shook them up a little bit. It was while they were driving. But they called me just to tell me this, and I didn't realize it in that moment. But then I was telling someone else that was on the retreat, and they said to me, they were like, wow, that's really cool that he felt comfortable enough to call you. And I was like, you know what? That is and then from then, the whole weekend just seemed to change. I was starting to see things that maybe that wasn't from God, maybe that was, but the amount of peace that came after this just most random phone call
Yeah.
was like insane, and it was cool.
That's how they'll get you. Those moments will catch you off guard. No, I had a similar moment with Joy. Now that you say it, I was at a worship night, and the whole night just felt like, very like heavy and serious to me. I don't know what it was. It just kind of had that tone. I was just like, praying over things really hard and just being like really hard on myself. And I wanted it to keep going. I was like, I need to sit in this like being hard on myself, sit in this like grief. But then the last song we did was like a praise song, and it was just like thanking God that we are free now. Oh my goodness. I always hit my mic in the most
Oh, making a mess.
terrible
Making a
moments.
mess.
But then I was just like, dang, you know what? Like, yeah, we have freedom. Like, there's joy in the Lord. And that was just a good reminder, especially after like being very serious and being very like reverent, I guess, during that time, just to like remind myself, like, okay, no, like I have life, like I have joy. But that wasn't gonna be my moment. My moment was gonna be this summer I started running. Not
From what?
seriously. Don't
Sorry, that
don't
was
ask
bad
me for
joke.
like my mile time or anything like that. But I've been going to this park after work, and that's been cool. I see why Paul uses the analogy of running a race for like the Christian life now, because it's
Press on towards the goal.
absolute amen. Because it sucks. You so often want to slow down or stop, but when you're finished, it just feels great.
Something's got to be like chasing me. Yeah.
Yeah. It's the only way I'll run if I'm being chased. But no, it's been cool. And the interesting thing with that is like I'm at a park with these other people. I get the opportunity to interact and talk with people, and there's been a few instances where I'll be running. I just feel the need to the Lord will put it on my heart to start a conversation with or pray over someone. And I've had two instances in particular. One where I talked with this guy, prayed over him, and afterwards I asked him like, do you believe in Jesus? Do you have a relationship with him? And it was one of the most sad things I ever heard. He was just kind of like, oh yeah, I go to this, and he named the church, and I was like, oh yeah, I know where that is. And he was like, yeah, he's like, I just kind of watch online, it's good for me, but nothing special. And in that moment, I was like so caught off guard, I didn't have time to say anything, but I was like, nothing special. Like, oh my gosh, like I just felt bad. Like he was missing out. He wasn't comprehending like what church is about or what it's for or what Jesus dying on a cross for our sins like means. So I just felt like I didn't know how to respond to someone that's like, oh yeah, I have faith, and then it's like, but it's just something I do. Like that.
Yeah.
That was tough. But then there was another one, older gentleman, and had the best time. Walked the whole lap with him around this park, just talking, and it was so sick. He was wearing an Orioles hat, so we bonded over the Orioles, who were struggling but still somehow in a playoff spot. Long story. But anywho, prayed over him, and he was just really moved, and like I don't think I said anything that great. I think it was just the Holy Spirit supplying words that he needed to hear. But now every time I see him, like I'm happy to see him, he's happy to see me. We'll talk, and yeah, it's just cool. So it's interesting to see, like, when the Lord puts something on your heart, like it can look great and be fruitful and something can come out of it, or it can just be like the most, like by our measures, like a failure, or like nothing happened or nothing came of it. But that's all you can do sometimes. Sometimes all you can do is communicate or do your part and be obedient to the Lord, and then put it in his hands. So that's been a cool lesson this summer for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well,
man.
we better get moving. We've only gotten through one thing we wanted to do, and we're
I know.
15 minutes in.
We have a jam-packed episode planned, and we're over here just talking about our hot bro summers.
Our hot bro summers.
But yeah, so we're gonna move
Okay.
into this. Nathan, you're very familiar with WWJD.
Yep.
What would Jesus do?
HWLF.
What?
He would love for. Have you ever heard the other side of it? HWLF. He would love for.
Yes, I did. It took me a minute, but I have heard that. What would Jesus do? We're gonna talk about some modern day scenarios that us or you as a listener may have been in yourself, and ask ourselves, what would Jesus do if these situations happen? This first one I'm really looking forward to. So what would Jesus do if you're convinced that God told you that she or he, your church crush, whoever, was going to be your wife or your husband?
Mm.
What do you think Jesus would say
I think.
or do?
Maybe it depends. Maybe could be someone that's like out of my league. You know, he gets real realistic. He looks at me and he says, "Nathan, I don't know who you think told you that, but be realistic."
Nathan, I'm a miracle worker, but
I've turned water into wine, Nathan, but no, okay.
Jesus turned water into wine. I can turn you into mine.
Oh,
You heard that one?
I have it.
No, I think it'd be funny. I think it'd be hilarious for, like, in that situation, Jesus be like, no, he didn't, but yes, that is true. That'd be hilarious. He's just like, okay, don't tell her that, or it's not going to happen, but yes. And you didn't hear it from me. I didn't tell you, but yes. No, but most of the time, it's always the out of the league thing. Like, I'm not gonna get into it, but that's like one of the biggest red flags. But also, why, if I'm that confident that God told me that person's my wife, why do I feel the need to tell them?
Yeah, it's all on God's timing.
Exactly.
If it'll happen, it'll happen.
God's timing and God's plan. Shout out Drake. Moving on. Moving from Drake to DC Talk. Natural transition. What would Jesus do if Jesus Freak started playing at the function?
I think he'd have like a it would be like his form of like a model walk, you know, and like he just puffs his chest, and I think he just starts I think he's like what am I trying to say here? I think he's just like walking around like all big. He's like,
That's me.
You know,
that was me. Yeah, So it's funny, like during worship, like we think of Jesus like sitting on a throne and like, you know, we're worshiping him. And so like by no means is Jesus Freak worship. Great song. But like that's a mosh pit song.
That is a very I think Jesus would be in the mosh pit. Jesus
would.
may be flipping tables onto people in the mosh pit.
Dang. Yeah, he would like so if during like worship he's on the throne, I feel like during like Jesus Freak he'd be like crowd surfing. Or he'd just be standing there just like, come on people.
Come on.
Louder. Getting people to jump on the beat. I don't know. Yeah, that would be something.
Maybe he would just be like hitting like some random dance. Like, you know, like the Orange Justice, maybe. Remember that dance?
Oh, gosh.
Or
you put a picture in my head that I don't know if I'll be able to get out. Just Jesus Orange Justicing to Jesus Freak.
or maybe he's giving him a frat flick.
Oh my gosh.
Jesus frat flicking.
This is
I think we're getting too far. I think we've crossed the line. I think we need to reel that one back.
There's got to be at least one person that listens to this and they're like, they should have just stuck with the Sermon on the Mount. At
This
least
was
one.
they shouldn't have taken a break.
Yeah. What? I'm trying to think. Like, what about like getting cut off in traffic? Like, I feel like it's an obvious like.
You know how people do the Jesus loves you? He'd be like the I love you.
Just like, it's okay. I love you. Just, oh my gosh. Or like, if it's someone with like a Christian bumper sticker, it'd probably be just like a, I don't want to see you in heaven yet. Be careful. Like, man, I'm trying to think. Oh, I saw this one. It was like an Instagram video skit about like Mary, like the whoever had to babysit Jesus. You know, if Jesus had a babysitter, just like those rules having to be like, you know, now be careful when you give him water because he might turn it into wine. It's this weird thing he's been doing. Like, if he starts levitating, don't worry.
You can't give him a bath because somehow he just starts walking on it. Yeah, I think I've seen that.
Oh yeah. Dude, like, I feel like Jesus would surf.
Oh, with the hair flowing in the back.
Dude, and then what happens if he fails? Like, he's just gonna start walking the wave. He quite literally cannot mess up. I mean, he's perfect anyway. So he wouldn't even fall off the surfboard to begin with.
It's true.
But he could fake messing up, and people be like, "Oh, no way." And then he's like, "Yeah, no, I'm walking on water. I didn't mess up. I meant to do that." That would be tough. I'm trying to think, like, what would Jesus do if the congregation is split between sloppy wet and unforeseen? What side would Jesus take? Do you think he's a sloppy wet or an unforeseen kind of guy?
I think there's going to be some people that may not know this song, Steven.
Oh,
So
true.
It's in a song if you guys don't know it.
People are like, sloppy wet or unforeseen. What the heck?
I think, I mean, I'm personally I'm not. I personally sing Sloppy Wet.
I'm a sloppy wet guy.
I was gonna say that. Oh, clip that. He said it.
No. Jeremiah, do not make that the intro. Do not make that the intro.
Clip it. There it is.
Oh, don't clip it.
That would be a terrible intro. It might get people listening now.
People are like, what happened? This was a good biblical podcast, and then now it's just gone out the window. Yeah, I don't know.
These late night recording sessions got me tired.
Yeah, this is pretty late. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, the song How He Loves, the original lyric was heaven meets earth like a sloppy wet kiss. I think then for the release, if I remember correctly, they changed it to unforeseen. Heaven meets earth like an unforeseen kiss. It matches the tone of the song a lot better. I will say that.
Yeah.
A lot less grinning and chuckles from people as they're playing it.
I think we got to move on from this.
Yeah,
I
we
don't
do.
think there's ever coming back. Okay, our next thing is, what do some words mean that Christians like to say a lot, or as we call it, Christianese?
Yes, we have our own terminology.
Yep. First one, lay hands. Can I lay hands on you? Now, some might think if you're in the streets, you may think someone's trying to fight with you, but that's really just our way of saying, let us pray for you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
especially if that's dude on dude, that sounds like the beginning of a fight. If that's like, guy on girl or girl on guy, that laying hands might have a little different of a meaning.
You've got to just stop talking.
No, I'm clarifying. I'm clarifying for the people. If you are new to the church and someone of the opposite gender comes up and says, "Can I lay hands on you?" Do not panic. They're just going to pray for you. It's going to be okay. Anyway, moving on. Yeah. Another thing, I'm in a season. We mentioned that earlier. We love our seasons, and we're not talking about spring, summer, fall, and winter. We're talking about I'm in a season of fill in the blank on whatever. That basically means life is currently complicated. So don't ask any further questions because I'm just in a season. Well, what's going on with your? I'm in a season. How are you okay? I'm in a season.
Yeah.
Don't ask.
True. So true. Or when someone says, "Let me pray about it," or if someone asks, "Hey, can you do this for me? Let me pray about it." That's just sometimes our way of saying no, but not yet. Like I'm going to say no, but which can I think sometimes be tricky. On a serious note, I think sometimes we use that pretty free. Like we're almost saying, "Oh, God said no," when in reality it's us saying no.
Yeah. And I think that's with less serious things. I think there is definitely serious, like, let me pray about it scenarios. Yeah. But dude, if your homie comes up to you after church on Sunday, it's like, dude, you wanna go get burritos with us after church? And you go, let me pray about it.
I don't know, man. God, because you don't want to go. Yeah.
Just say no. Just say you don't like burritos, or just tell the person to their face, like, hey, man, I don't want to get lunch with you. Like, just be for real. Let your yes be yes and your no be no.
Yes.
Boom. This is I like this one. Again, these are there are serious scenarios where these do apply and they mean something. But when you're throwing these out left and right every other day, we know what you really mean. I've just been convicted lately. Or in other words, I've just stopped being an idiot. So true. I stopped doing dumb stuff. I've just been convicted lately. And you can be convicted, and that's good for you. But when I don't even know. When you've finally started to decide to show up for work on time, I don't know if that's convict. I think you just stop being an idiot. Or I don't know. That can apply to a number of things.
Yes, that's so true.
Yeah, just like Michael Scott. Dwight told him.
Oh gosh.
If it's Dwight. Dwight. If before I do anything, I ask myself, would an idiot do this thing? And if they would, I do not do it.
I'm gonna skip a few here on our list, but I think the next really funny one is, I'm in a season of singleness. And if anyone, there are serious notes where sometimes God calls us to singleness, but if someone is throwing that around left and right, oh, I'm just in a season of singleness, they want to date somebody. They are saying, somebody please date me. I'm done being single. And if they use the word season, they're saying it's complicated, just please date me.
Yes. Again, you're telling your homies, your close friends, I'm just in a season of singleness. Okay, that's fair. If every person your age you meet, you're just throwing that out there, I am in a season of singleness, just so you're aware. I don't know. I think that's a little Christian pick-me. But yeah, so honestly, I think we're kind of telling the people what to look out for.
Yeah, we're giving red flags.
If it's a serious, heavy situation, here and there, good. If it's every Sunday you're kind of hearing this repeated language, you might want to be like, hey man, just say you don't want to go to lunch with me, or just say that you're single and ready to mingle. All right, don't make it weird. This one I like. This is very Christian. I don't know if I hear this elsewhere. But we're gonna do life together.
Mm.
That's just weird phrase. Like, we're not gonna live together because that means something else. We're gonna do life together.
Mm.
Which most commonly is used for like small groups or community groups. So doing life together is like, hey, look, we're gonna meet at the Joneses' house in their living room for about an hour and a half every other Tuesday. Jenny's gonna bring the salsa dip. Someone's gonna bring the Dr. Pepper and the Sprite, and we're just gonna talk about our lives. And then every once in a while, we'll, I don't know, go frisbee golf or watch a movie.
It's disc golf. Get it right.
Disc golf. My bad.
Mm.
I'll make it clear. I am about to start my disc golf journey.
Yeah.
I'd like to put it out there to the world.
It is. Yep.
So thank you for saving me there.
Yep. Okay. Let's.
This last one's from Chat. I put one into Chat GPT. So this is apparently the ultimate Christianese sentence. And this is a long one, so buckle up. Chat GPT gave me, I just feel like the Lord is calling me into a new season of intentional Christ-centered community where I can pursue biblical discipleship and step into the calling he has placed on my life. Which is the Christianese version of saying, I'm moving.
Yep. And I mean, there's a lot of serious notes where, a lot of times when we make big moves, it's because we're feeling called. But you could also just word that and say, I'm moving because I feel called somewhere else. And we tend to throw in these big words that...
Yeah. I think Chat was a little off. But, don't... Listen. Just don't overcomplicate things.
So true.
All right. Talk spiritually. But don't talk over spiritually to impress or to sound spiritual for the sake of it. Just be genuine.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Anywho.
Okay. I think... I think we're going to move to the last thing and then pick it up and preach. Gotta keep things rolling. We don't want you guys to... We don't want our episodes to be an hour long. Then none of you would listen. You wouldn't even click on it.
You'd see an hour and you'd be like, nope.
So, or I guess we have a little bit of time that we can maybe check one and then check the other real quick. But first off, what is a... We'll go with this one first because I'm still thinking of something for the other one. What is like a baby name from the Bible that you wouldn't name your child?
That I wouldn't?
Or maybe that you would. Like, personally, there's two that come to mind. And I think Bathsheba.
I was thinking Bathsheba. No way.
Like, what are you... Like, when you go to shorten it to say, hey, Bath, come here.
That's a
Bath,
terrible...
it's time to take a shower.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Or the other one I was thinking was Jehoshaphat. Now, there's probably, if there is a Jehoshaphat listening to this, please don't take offense. We love all the Jehoshaphat's. But that's another one. Like, what are you shortening that to? Hey, Hosie. Like, Jehoshaphat, like...
Or Fat.
Hey, Fat.
That's terrible. I think if it didn't have a bad reputation attached to it, if it didn't have, take the meaning away, Jezebel, kind of a cute name, but
that's a good name.
I think that's kind of the point. I feel like that's a little deceiving. What was the one I was thinking of? Sisera. The guy that got a tent stake through his head.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be a cool name. Methuselah.
Methuselah. Any of the weird names and all those long genealogies. I
Yeah.
can't think of any right now, but when you're like reading them and like sometimes when I'm reading my Bible and there's like a really long genealogy that just has all these names that I'm like, I'll go, oh yeah. Look for the names I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Oh, there's David. No way.
Yeah.
But what was the other one I was thinking of? Melchizedek. That'd be like a cool middle name. Like John Melchizedek. You get your butt over here. You listen to your mother. You know?
It's sick.
I was just about to look at a genealogy to see what we got here. Let's look at Luke 3. What do we got? I wouldn't even know how to say half these. I'm just being honest. Zerubbabel? Zerubbabel. There are not a lot of cute names here. Boaz. I always thought Boaz was kind of cool. Shorten it to
Yeah.
Bo if you wanted to.
Bo.
It works.
I feel like that's short for Bowen.
Yeah. Methuselah's on here. I already said it. Oh my gosh, I had one and I lost it. Oh well. It'll come back to me.
It will.
But-
Okay.
Yeah, no, I think we
So-
got to bring back the weird bit. Oh, Hosea.
Jose.
I think Hosea is slept on. I
No,
think that needs to be a common
maybe.
everyday name.
What about Habakkuk?
Habakkuk. Yeah, I see it. It needs to come back. We need to make the
Hey,
Yeah,
Hab. Cook.
I've always wondered that.
Uh,
I'm like, how come certain Bible names like made it into like today and other ones didn't?
Hey, I mean, we both have Bible names.
We do. But they're fairly common ones. Like, you
Yeah.
know, I actually know. Fun fact: I know Zephaniah. Goes by Zeph. Cool dude. Shout out Zeph if he ever listens to this. I don't know if he
I
listens.
just gave you a sneak peek of my pick it up and preach it item for you.
Oh. Speaking of which, I think it's time.
I think so. So when you brought up disc golf, I was like, oh my
no.
gosh, this is crazy. So I actually have one of my disc golf discs right here. It's my 9-speed. It's actually my favorite disc. I throw this thing a lot. But this is your item.
What's the name of it? What's on it?
It's a Firebird.
Firebird. Oh, that reminded me of Freebird. Huh.
Yeah, when I first got this disc, I kept calling it that.
The Freebird.
Yeah.
America.
This is the one I throw the most. I actually lost my other one of this, so I had to get a new one. This one glows in the dark. I mean, you can kind of see it now. But this is your pick it up and preach it.
Ooh, okay. All right, Nathan. Disc golf is a simple sport. You have a frisbee, and
A
it's
disc.
it's trying to reach. What do you call that? What it's trying to like? It's not the hole, right? It'd
the
be
pin.
The pin. That's right. I need to learn these things. Frisbee's trying to reach the pin. Simple. Like, what could possibly stop it? The wind? Maybe there's trees in the way?
I'm pretty good at hitting a lot of trees, actually. Tends to happen.
That's great. But there could be wind, there could be trees. There could be just other factors of weather. There could be... You could just be bad at throwing a frisbee. Let's be real.
It's true.
So what seems so simple can actually prove to be quite difficult. So the idea of pursuing Jesus and having him be our goal, having him be our target in life, what we're fixing our eyes on, what we're aiming for, what we're striving for, can often seem like a simple idea. But sometimes we miss. Sometimes we're going to hit a tree. Sometimes the wind, sometimes the culture is going to take us a little wide right or a little wide left. But that does not prevent us from keeping our eyes fixed on where we're trying to go. The pin, Jesus. And I'll give you a bonus here. Glow in the dark frisbee. Sometimes you're frisbee golfing, or sorry, you're disc golfing. You're trying to go for the pin. You're trying to follow Jesus. But maybe you're doing it in the dark. In fact, the world is dark. But that's why we need to glow in the dark places. We have a light that is within us that needs to shine for others to see. So as we are trying to reach the pin, as we are trying to pursue Jesus,
I'm done frat flicking.
as we are seeking the kingdom of heaven, we have a mission to be a glow-in-the-dark disc on a nighttime disc golf course. Translation, our light needs to shine in this dark world as we are actively seeking Jesus, the pin of our course in life. Thank you.
Good.
Thank you.
It's good. It's good. That was good.
I only slipped up once and said frisbee golf instead of disc golf.
You said it like 3 times, but I wasn't.
Oh, did I really? Oh my gosh. I apologize to all the
hit my
disc
mic,
golfers.
too.
I'll work on that. We'll
gotta
tighten
work
it up.
on that lingo, you know.
Yeah, my bad. Tomorrow, I hope to go tomorrow. That place where I run, there's a nice little course.
How did you get your discs in the mail?
I did. I got the bag right here.
Wow, I don't even carry a bag. I just carry my discs.
Yeah.
I only have 2 because I want to get more discs. I need to get a putter because I always borrow a putter when I go. But I want to get more discs, but then in the end, I'm just gonna probably stick to the same 2 or 3. I have a 9-speed, so I have a mid-range, and then I have a long-distance driver, which is my 11-speed. So I'm like, I don't need any more than that. I may want to. There's one, like if it's like a 4 to 6 speed or like a 3 to, they go lower than that. Like those are usually for less distance, but all the numbers have various meanings. But we'll have to teach you. We'll have to teach you.
No, I've been doing a little research, a little bit.
But anyways, that's what we got for you guys. Hope you enjoyed the little bit of a different episode. Funny. Next episode, we'll go back to the Sermon on the Mount for a little bit. Maybe throw in a guest here in the next couple episodes. But anyways, that's it. What was Broskitos? There it was.
R.I.P. Hot Bro Summer. It's coming to an end.
Enjoy the end of Hot Bro Summer.
Yeah. Next time we see you, we will be reunited. Oh, maybe reunited, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
We hope
there
again,
will be new podcast background will drop.
There will be. Well, for you maybe. I don't know about for me yet.
Yeah.
Well,
we're still working through the details.
Well, yes. But anyways, we are happy if you've made it this far, made it through all of our nonsense. But anyways, you can watch us again on YouTube or Apple or Spotify. You can find us at abiding.bros.podcast on Instagram. You can find us on Facebook. You can do a Google search. We pop up in Google AI, you know.
AI Overview Official.
AI Overview Official. But anyways, if you guys have any, which someone actually just sent us a recommendation to work through the Book of James.
Oh.
So maybe we'll have to get into that soon.
I like it. Full of
But
conviction.
if you guys have any recommendations, you can email us at abidingbros@gmail.com. Or we do have a phone number. I don't remember the phone number. So if you want to text it to us, you can also find the phone number in the descriptions of our last 2 episodes. I put it there.
Sick. Or you could just email us or DM us to get the phone number to then contact
and that,
us.
yeah, you know, really takes the long way.
If that's easier for you.
Yep. But anyways, peace out.